What if I told you that you could make any woman obsessed with you using dark psychology? This isn't about manipulation for the sake of manipulation. It's about tapping into the psychological triggers that make someone irresistibly drawn to you. These strategies aren't about playing games, but mastering the art of attraction in a way that feels natural and authentic. If you've ever felt like you're doing everything right, but still aren't getting the attention you deserve, this video is for you. Stick with me until the end because what you're about to learn could completely transform your dating life and relationships. Ready to explore these psychological tactics? Let's get started. 1. Mirror her behavior. One of the most subtle yet powerful techniques is mirroring. People are naturally drawn to those who reflect their behavior and emotions. When you mirror a woman's body language, tone of voice, or even her phrases, you create a subconscious connection that makes her feel comfortable and understood. Start by matching her energy level. If she's enthusiastic, be enthusiastic. If she's calm and soft-spoken, reflect that. This mirroring creates a sense of rapport, making her feel more connected to you without even realizing why. But remember, subtlety is key. Overdoing it can make you come off as insincere or even manipulative. To apply this effectively, observe how she reacts in different situations. For example, if she leans in while talking, do the same. If she speaks slowly, adjust your pace to match hers. This mirroring extends beyond just physical actions. It's about resonating with her emotional state as well. If she's excited about something, share in that excitement. If she's upset, show empathy and understanding. By aligning with her emotions and behaviors, you create a bond that feels natural and unforced. But be cautious not to become a mere reflection of her. High-value men know how to balance mirroring with maintaining their sense of self. You're not just there to please her, you're also there to engage with her as an equal. This balance of mirroring while still holding your ground is what truly makes this tactic effective. 2. Use the power of silence. In a world where everyone is desperate to fill every moment with noise, silence can be a powerful tool. High-value men know how to use silence to their advantage. It's not just about what you say, it's also about knowing when to say nothing at all. After making a strong point or delivering a compliment, let the silence linger. This not only gives your words more weight, but also creates a moment of tension that makes her crave your next move. Silence can also be used when she's expecting you to react, especially in emotional situations. Instead of rushing to respond, take a moment to pause. This shows confidence and control, which are incredibly attractive traits. Using silence effectively means being comfortable with pauses in conversation. Many people feel the need to fill every gap with words, but this can dilute the impact of what you're saying. Instead, embrace the power of silence. When you've said something meaningful or asked a thought-provoking question, allow the silence to do its work. It creates a space for her to process what you've said and respond thoughtfully. Silence also gives you the upper hand in conversations. When a woman is unsure of your next move or what you're thinking, it creates an aura of mystery around you. This uncertainty can be intriguing and makes her more invested in the interaction as she tries to figure out what's going on in your mind. But again, use this tactic wisely. Too much silence can come off as disinterest, so find the right balance. 3. Leverage the law of contrast. The law of contrast is a psychological principle that suggests people make decisions based on comparisons. You can use this to your advantage by contrasting yourself with other men she encounters. If most guys are showering her with attention, be the one who gives her just enough attention to keep her interested, but not enough to seem needy. By contrasting your behavior with that of others, you position yourself as someone unique and different, someone worth chasing. This tactic works because it taps into her desire for something special and out of the ordinary. In a world where many men follow the same script, standing out by doing the opposite can make you unforgettable. For instance, if she's used to receiving constant compliments, hold back a bit. Instead of always praising her looks, Focus on complementing her intelligence, wit, or unique qualities that others might overlook. This shift in focus shows her that you see beyond the surface, which can be incredibly appealing. Another way to leverage contrast is through your availability. While other men might be constantly at her beck and call, make your time more valuable by being slightly less available. This doesn't mean ignoring her or being distant, but rather not always being the first to respond or canceling plans just to meet her. When she realizes that your time is precious, she'll value it more and work harder to secure it. 4. Make yourself a scarce resource. Scarcity is one of the most powerful psychological principles. People value what is rare or hard to come by. If you're always available, she might start taking you for granted. But if you make yourself a scarce resource, she'll value your time and attention much more. This doesn't mean playing hard to get in a way that seems disinterested. It's about having a life of your own, being busy with your passions, and not always being at her beck and call. When she realizes that your time is valuable and she has to earn it, she'll be much more eager to spend time with you. High-value men don't chase, they attract. By making yourself scarce, you create a sense of mystery and intrigue around your life. She'll wonder what you're up to, why you're not as available as other men, and what makes you different. This curiosity drives her to pursue you more actively. Moreover, when you do spend time with her, make it count. Focus on creating meaningful and memorable experiences that leave her wanting more. This way, even when you're not around, she's thinking about you and looking forward to your next interaction. Remember, quality over quantity is key here. 5. Tap into the power of ambiguity. Ambiguity can be a double-edged sword, but when used correctly, it can create a sense of intrigue that keeps her thinking about you long after you're gone. Don't always be straightforward with your feelings or intentions. Leave some things unsaid and let her wonder what you're really thinking. For example, instead of complimenting her outright, you might say something like, "There's something different about you today, but I can't quite put my finger on it." This leaves her guessing and keeps her engaged, trying to figure out what you mean. It's a subtle way of keeping her on her toes, always wondering what's going on in your mind. Ambiguity also plays into the idea of not revealing all your cards at once. When you hold back a little, it creates a sense of mystery around you. She'll want to know more, to peel back the layers and discover who you really are. This keeps the relationship dynamic and exciting, as she's constantly trying to understand you better. However, it's important to strike a balance here. Too much ambiguity can lead to confusion or frustration, so make sure you're also providing enough clarity to keep the relationship moving forward. The goal is to be intriguing, not misleading. 6. Create emotional highs and lows. Human beings are wired to remember emotional experiences, especially those that create intense feelings. By creating emotional highs and lows, you can make yourself unforgettable. This doesn't mean you should be manipulative or play with her emotions in a harmful way. Instead, think of ways to create memorable moments that evoke strong emotions, whether it's through humor, adventure, or deep conversations. The key is to balance the highs and lows so that she associates you with excitement and intensity. This emotional roller coaster will make her crave more interactions with you as she becomes addicted to the emotional experiences you provide. For instance, take her on an adventure that gets her adrenaline pumping, like hiking a challenging trail or trying a new activity together. This shared experience not only creates a bond, but also associates you with excitement and thrill. On the flip side, engage in deep, meaningful conversations that allow her to connect with you on an emotional level. These emotional highs and lows create a sense of unpredictability and excitement that keeps her invested in the relationship. But be mindful not to create unnecessary drama. The goal is to create positive emotional experiences that make her feel alive, not to manipulate her emotions in a way that could be harmful. The balance between highs and lows is what keeps the relationship dynamic and ensures she's always looking forward to the next interaction. 7. Withdraw and re-engage. Strategically, the push-pull dynamic is a classic psychological tactic that works wonders in romantic interactions. The idea is to give her your attention and affection, then pull back slightly. This withdrawal makes her question where she stands with you and creates a desire to regain your attention. However, the key is to do this strategically and not in a way that seems manipulative. When you re-engage after withdrawing, do so with warmth and interest. This creates a cycle where she's constantly seeking your validation and approval, making her more invested in you. For example, after a particularly great date or conversation, give her some space. Don't immediately follow up with constant texts or calls. Instead, let the positive experience linger in her mind, making her anticipate the next time she hears from you. When you do reach out, make it meaningful, showing that you're still interested and engaged. This push-pull dynamic works because it taps into the human desire for what is just out of reach. When something isn't always readily available, we tend to value it more. By strategically withdrawing and re-engaging, you create a sense of pursuit that keeps her emotionally invested in the relationship. Mastering the art of dark psychology isn't about manipulation or playing games. It's about understanding human nature and using that knowledge to create deep, meaningful connections. By mirroring her behavior, leveraging silence, creating scarcity, and strategically withdrawing and re-engaging, you can make any woman not just attracted to you, but truly obsessed with you. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Use these tactics wisely, with respect and integrity, to build relationships that are not only passionate, but also healthy and fulfilling. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more content like this. Until next time, keep mastering the art of attraction and stay confident.